This episode's all about what no evidence of disease means. My name's Lucy, and I'm living with inoperable stage 4 pancreatic cancer since May 2022. In the summer of 2022, I had 2 rounds of 5-day inpatient chemo. Immediately afterwards, in September, I had a very long stay in hospital with sepsis and pancreatitis and colitis. But when I had an MRI, the hospital couldn't find my cancer. They couldn't find my cancer. This video's about no evidence of disease, what it means and how 2 hospitals could give completely different answers based on exactly the same scan. After my second chemotherapy, I had neutropenic sepsis and I wound up being admitted to a hospital in London. This hospital's job was to work out what was wrong with me. Their radiographer mentioned that my pancreatic tumour was no longer measurable. I know Hospital 2, the specialist cancer hospital, saw that scan, but I never got a formal written report on it. The oncologist was very keen for me to do chemo again, even if there was no tumour there on the scan. I wasn't so keen on this, so we agreed that with less inflammation we might get a clearer picture on the scan if we waited 2 weeks. I waited 2 weeks and then had another scan, and the 2 hospitals gave completely different answers. While Hospital 1 could now see the tumour, they'd measured it at a completely different size than Hospital 2. And while Hospital 2 said my liver metastases were unchanged, Hospital 1 couldn't see anything. While this did at first sound kind of mental, because I was sort of thinking measuring my cancer would be like measuring a box or an object that everybody would measure the same. The radiographer in Hospital 2 explained that the disease in the liver was really hard to see, and without the prior scans where he could look back at the metastases, he might have missed them himself. And also, I'd already learnt that it's sometimes hard to see the tumour when there's a lot of inflammation there. He kindly shared the screenshots of my pancreas measurements over time. With these, you could work out that the difference between Hospital 1 and Hospital 2 was that Hospital 2, the specialist cancer hospital, counted the fluid as part of their measurement of the cancer, while Hospital 1 did not. He very kindly did the same for my liver metastases as well, so I was able to count that I had 5 liver metastases. How could 2 top radiographers look at the same scan and get completely different answers? Do you see a seagull or a rabbit, by the way? Hopefully, there is some published research on this. In 2020, some researchers in Japan took 112 patients with pancreatic cancer with liver metastases and gave their scans to 4 radiographers with different levels of experience, from over 20 years to less than 1 year's experience. They used CT scans and MRI scans. The aim was to work out what impact experience had on the detection of liver metastases. The answer is that experience has a massive impact, and there's even a huge difference between the person with 5 years experience and 20 years experience. The more experience you have, the more liver metastases you can see. It made sense that the specialist cancer hospital radiographer saw more, because he probably saw lots more cases of liver metastases. I had also noticed that my oncologist in particular had insisted on having this radiologist all the way through. Her esteem for him was obvious. The fact that my cancer radiologist detects more than others used to frustrate me, shifting the goalposts and clouding my victories. There were moments of doubt about reaching no evidence of disease status due to my unconventional journey. But now, I see it as a challenge, setting higher standards. I'm healing and I'm trusting my radiologist's precision. If he can't detect it, it's truly gone. The new life and body that I've built is like a phoenix, far stronger than the old. With time, full health awaits as I continue learning about my body and how to nurture it. Stay healthy and click on subscribe if you'd like to join me on my unconventional journey.